I'm back. This time about priorities and meeting expectations. So, as a person who likes to get involved, it is evident that you need to have time management so that you can effectively be involved in what you're involved in. I lacked that today, and it threw me because there was a series of events that happened that just made me feel uncomfortable with myself by the end of it. And honestly, I think that while it is just my responsibility, I shouldn't beat myself up for it. Because even though, yes, I could have taken extra precaution, of course there's reasons for everything I didn't deliberately do. Well, technically, but there was cause for everything that happened today. And it didn't go the way I wanted it because I didn't plan it out effectively. I had it in my head, but I didn't have it outlined perfectly and had all of the steps to make sure that it went the way it was supposed to go. And honestly, that was me just not allowing time for unexpectancies, basically just lacking the time management. And yeah, yeah, there's so many heavy hitters that I want to do on this last stretch of the semester, and I don't like when I fail. I don't like when I fail, and I don't like when I have inadequacies, because not only does it make me feel bad because I know I can do better, it makes whenever it's tied to someone else relying on me, it makes me feel bad that they couldn't. And I understand that is enough. One time where that can just whip me into shape and tell me this can't happen again. And I think we all can't be perfect all the time, especially when you are doing a whole lot of things. And to me, it just feels so stupid because it feels like there's always an excuse, there's always a reason. And even if I brute force through those reasons, then it becomes unhealthy, right? It becomes, yeah, I got everything done, but at what cost, right? And I'm still struggling to find the balance between living life comfortably and in a healthy manner, but also partaking in so many things and giving all those things as much as I can, and hope potentially a lot. But like I said, I understand somewhere or another something's gonna pull and it's gonna come out of balance, and it's gonna have that effect. It's gonna show. And I just want to say that for anyone else who might be going through that imbalance and just frustrated with themselves for aiming high but scoring low, it's a part of it. It's a part of growing up. It's a part of learning. You have to fail, and just at least this showed you where your head is really at, because at least for me, it made me feel really bad, and it made me want to go into a little hole and just hide away from everybody, because obviously I can't get things done right. That's what happens in my head. But I know that actions speak much louder than words. And all I have to do now is just, whenever something like this happens again, that I make sure that I'm on my A game, and I take those precautions. Because if I think about it, when else do I mess up? I do a lot of things, right? So I'm going to mess up one time or another, right? But I don't do it often. I just do it occasionally. So I can't even beat myself up for failing over and over and over again. even though we can all clearly see where we could have done something differently to get a better outcome. But we only see that after the outcome wasn't what we expected. So I guess you can call that life in a way where you just kind of learn. And it can be like little things. It can be little things that you're just like, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have taken that extra step. I shouldn't have, cut the time so short here, or blah, 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 blah. And I just want to say, like, it's okay, Like, I took the time to think about it, and I was like, beating myself up for it isn't going to do anything for me. If anything, it's going to put me in a worse mood, and I'm not going to be able to get anything else done after this. And that's the exact opposite of what I'm trying to achieve. So I'm going to take it on the chin, and I'm going to say, you know what? Things happen, and I just need to make sure that it doesn't happen again. I just need to make sure that whenever I can now have the foresight, I put precautions in place. And if it's at the stake of my personal health or well-being, then I'll make the adjustments as needed, right? I'll take those steps, those whatever that word is. But I will say I'm low-key disappointed in myself because I did see the errors, but my brain was too fatigued to make like a proper decision. Like, I'd have to have like tell myself, no, we need to wake up, and then think about it, and then be like, okay, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that. But I've been running today, like I was just running. Like, from the morning I woke up, I was running. I did that this morning. Like, I jolted myself up awake this morning because I didn't get enough sleep last night because I was working on a project late. And I know it's all my fault. You know what I'm saying? It's all my fault, because you can be like, why did you work on your project late? And I would be like, because there was a lot to be done, and we have a deadline. And I'm like, the only real one who can get that much done in a short amount of time. And so I did what I had to do. And then when I woke up, I had stuff to do from early in the morning, from early afternoon. And then I took a nap, but I had something to do in the mid-afternoon. And obviously my body's like, sleep prioritization at this point, because I've basically been running 24 hours without sleep, essentially. So, there's so many like little things I can nitpick myself for, but it's like, it comes with it, you know what I'm saying? It comes with having so many things to do. And I know that today wasn't even one of the more loaded days. It was just more of the there was so many transitions, so many big transitions. Like, when I have a lot of stuff to do, it's typically like on my computer, or like I have to walk somewhere like 10 minutes away or something like that, sit there for like 30 minutes to an hour, whatever, do my thing, and then go right back, and then go back on my computer. So even if I had a lot more to do, it would be smaller, smoother transitions, and that takes less effort, right? So I think because I had bigger transitions today, and definitely each of them required a decent amount of cognitive load to use, that I just kind of shut down. And valid for my body to kind of shut down, but it made me late to a very important meeting that, not even late, it made me miss a very important meeting that I was actually excited to attend. So I don't know, it's life, you know what I'm saying? And like, you just kind of have to roll with the punches, and I'm not gonna allow myself to, pity myself around the person who I may have also disappointed. And, I'm gonna still stand tall in front of her, because I understand my situation better than she does. And it's only natural for her to instinctively be disappointed in me as well, because that wasn't the expectation. But for me to do it to myself too kind of just makes me seem guilty, and that's not the case at all. Like, I did join on time. I just had the technical issues which made me delayed, and they started their meeting earlier than the time that they gave me. So by the time I did join, they were already basically done with the meeting. So there, like I said, it's just life. Like, there's so many things, going on, and you could argue, hey, I should have been 15 minutes prepared, or but stuff happens. I'm doing the best that I can, and when these things happen, you can't just beat yourself up for it, because there's not really much you could have done, what I'm saying, unless you were just perfect. And I'm not perfect. Maybe I'm close, maybe I'm not so close, who knows. But I definitely am not perfect, and I'm gonna have my times where I just mess up, or I don't give as well as I should, and I'm just gonna have to accept that. And if it's a deterrent for some things, for some people, then whatever, because sometimes you just mess up the wrong thing at the wrong time, and it throws everything off. But even now, I have so much more stuff to do, but I just wanted to cut on here and tell you guys, it's okay. When things like that happen, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up for it. You know what I'm saying? Just take from it what you need and build your character with it. And then just keep it stepping. Keep it stepping, because you are a hard worker. You are a good person. You are a deep thinker. You are the kind of person who, when things like this happen, you don't just shrug it off. You actually internalize it, and you take it seriously. And that is good enough. That is good enough. Okay? But it's been real, and I'll see you all in my next one. Don't forget to stay amazing and keep growing. I love you all so much.